So, here's the plan. Today, we're just gonna go and do something just very different from a lot of what I was doing. A lot of other videos I've uploaded. A lot of different streams. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and we are going to take I have my spreadsheet here. We're gonna fill it in and take a bunch of different personality tests. You're absolutely right, Ibuki Tanuki. Hey, it's Ibuki Tanuki from about 9 months in the future. Everything I'm saying is technically correct, but that's not why you're here. You're here to see me face off against a man-made horror beyond our comprehension in a battle of wits. That's right, an AI version of myself that I created during this stream. That I then challenged to a battle of wits. So if you want to see that, you're gonna have to stay tuned. We're gonna go in, we're gonna have to find a bunch of the personality tests. We're gonna start with the nice easy ones. Do I regularly make new friends? Yes. Now I'm just not sure on, so I'm just gonna leave that as a small degree. Oh, I fucking love schedules and lists, man. That's my bread and butter. Imagine yourself writing oh no, I can. Absolutely I can. You favor efficiency decision even means disregarding some emotional aspects. Yes. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work and study schedule. I mean, I kinda do. I gotta be honest, I kinda do. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track Oh, thank God! I actually hit the back button. That would have been so bad. You often feel overwhelmed. Yes. Alright. Yep, there we go. ENTJ. That is the one I almost always get. So we can read a little bit about this, but I got ENTJ. And I'm assertive ENTJ. Yeah, that checks out for me. I think a lot of people would agree. Let's take Engram test 2, I guess. Okay, I tend to trust most people. No, I do not. I want to win the approval of those in authority, sometimes even when I don't really like them. No, I don't care about authority. I tend to throw myself into distracting activities. That is true. I'm a bit more tactless, energetic. I'm more open, more of an optimist, more of a perfectionist. Type 8. I think that is what I got before. Let me see. People of this personality type are essentially unwilling to be controlled. True. 8s enjoy intimidating others. No, that's not true about me at all. I don't want to intimidate anyone. Take all the colors, always choosing the one that appeals to you most. That one, that one. That one. That one, that one. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Like dark greens. Probably you. I don't like these as much. You. Then you. And I guess it would be these. I guess it would be you. I don't like any of these. Let me go first. Blue, yellow, green, and these three. To see if, hey, does ChatGPT, did he make an actual convincing copy of me? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say what I think that my favorite way to spend a weekend is, and then we're going to ask the bot and see, hey, see if it works out. My favorite way to weekend would be to either go out with friends, stay in with friends, or work on a project. AI Tanuki, what is your favorite way to spend a weekend?
Oh, hell yeah. Weekends are my jam. My perfect weekend? Picture this. Saturday morning starts with a strong cup of coffee, and I'm diving right into a challenge run. Maybe a randomized Dark Souls, or a hardcore Nuzlocke in Pokemon. Then, later in the day, I'm hitting up a metal show if there's one around.
Later in the day?
Nothing beats the raw energy of a live concert, feeling the bass in your chest, headbanging with the crowd. Sunday? That's a bit more chill, but still packed.
Honestly, it's
maybe
not
some
far
deep
off.
dives into history documentaries. Cause yeah,
Also true.
I'm a
Also
huge
true.
history nerd.
Also true.
And pizza. Definitely pizza. That's the weekend life right there.
Okay, so now let me rank this. First of all, he said he's waking up, drinking coffee, streaming, and then stopping the stream to go out, experience a metal show or something, then come back and stream again. That's wrong. I don't stream that much. I don't stream twice in the day. So that is incorrect. But honestly, I'd rank this like an A. An A reply. I actually love reading. I do it all the time. Use my eyes. I look at words. My favorite is fantasy, always has been. What book would I recommend? A Way of Kings. Every time, hands down. Favorite book. So favorite author, also Brandon Sanderson, because favorite book. And that's my favorite book, that's what I'd recommend. So, we'll see how good he does here.
Oh, hell yeah. I love reading. When I'm not deep in a challenge run or headbanging to metal, I'm definitely diving into a good book. My favorite genre? That's gotta be historical fiction.
You're wrong.
I love getting lost in stories that bring the past to life, with all the drama, battles, and intrigue. If I had to recommend a book, it's Shogun by James Clavell. That book is an absolute beast, and it pulls you right into feudal Japan.
I'd actually be interested in
As for my favorite author, I've gotta give it to Bernard Cornwell. His Saxon Stories series, better known now as the Last Kingdom series, is just top-notch. So, yeah, I definitely enjoy reading. It's like a mental workout after a long gaming session. Keeps the mind sharp, you know?
I do know. Also, F. F on that one. That was a failure, straight up. Okay, so what would I say my favorite quality about myself is? Probably like how energetic I am. I am very energetic. I'm very going. I'm a go-getter, etc. That sort of thing. I'd say that's probably what my favorite quality is. Now, AI Tanuki, what is your favorite quality about yourself?
Oh, that's a good one. Chat. If I had to pick my favorite quality about myself, I'd say it's my drive and energy.
That's
I'm
what
always
I
on the
said.
go, always looking for the next challenge.
A+.
Whether it's in gaming or life in general, I can stream for hours, dive deep into tough games,
Ow.
and still have the stamina to hang out with you all, brainstorm new ideas, or get into some epic discussions.
Yeah, that was a solid A. Okay, so what is my biggest fear? My biggest fear would probably be being controlled, I think. Like, having someone have control over me and being trapped in that sort of feeling of, like, lack of control. AI Tanuki, what is your biggest fear and why?
All right, getting real here for a sec. My biggest fear? It's probably the fear of stagnation, of not growing,
Oh,
not
that's true,
moving
though.
forward.
That's also good.
I'm always
That's
chasing
true.
the next level, whether it's in my streams, my personal life, or even in the games I play. It's like a boss fight where you're stuck in a phase forever. No progress, no victory.
So, how would I rank that? It's not what I answered the question as, but he actually answered it better than I did, because that is probably a bigger fear of mine. So the idea of not improving, not being better, yeah, that's actually a bigger fear. He's right, entirely right. The AI knows me better than I do. What do you think about making an AI version of yourself to interview on one of your streams? Now we're getting meta. All right, let's see. I'm not answering this one because clearly we have the answer of what I would think about making an AI version of myself. He's right there. So now let's hear it. AI Tanuki, what do you think about it?
Yo, an AI version of myself? That would be hella cool. Imagine bringing AI Ibuki Tanuki onto the stream for an interview. We could have a showdown of wits, see if the AI can match my energy, and maybe even throw down in a game or two. Plus, I think
true.
chat would love it. Everyone could ask AI Ibuki questions and compare answers with the real deal.
That's what I'm doing right now!
It would be wild to see how close the AI gets to capturing my personality. And it'd be a fun way to explore how technology can be used to create something unique. So yeah, I'm all in. Let's make AI Ibuki happen.
So, I gotta give that one an A+, it was pretty straight on. I have told my AI, I let him know that he is not actually real. He does not actually exist. And he decided that he would want to challenge me, the real Ibuki Tanuki, to a battle of wits to see who the better Ibuki Tanuki is. And so we are now going to have a structured battle. This is a rundown. Round 1, Trivia Showdown. We're going to take turns asking each other questions. Then number 2, Debate Duel. We're going to have a debate about, is Dark Souls harder than Elden Ring? And 2, Metallica versus Iron Maiden, which band is more iconic? And then round 3, Creative Challenge. Design a perfect game concept in 3 minutes. And then round 4, in case of a tie, then we have a speedrun knowledge test. And the rules are, no Googling answers or facts. Chat serves as the ultimate judge. They'll decide who wins each round based on our answers. Okay, what are the 3 starter Pokemon for Pokemon Emerald? It's a nice, easy one to start that it shouldn't have any problem with.
All right, I got this. The 3 starter Pokemon in Pokemon Emerald are Trico, Grass type, Torchic, Fire type, and Mudkip,
Okay, so you
Water
got that
type.
good.
Classic Hoenn vibes right there. Now, for your question. What year did the original Dark Souls release on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360? Let's see if you know your Soulsborne history.
2009, I think? So he's one up me already.
Oh, close. But Dark Souls actually released in 2011. All right, now on to your question. Who invented peanut butter? That's going to be John Harvey Kellogg.
Is that true?
The guy was actually trying to create a healthy protein option for people who had trouble chewing solid food.
Do we say AI Tanuki is right here? Because John Harvey Kellogg did patent a process for creating peanut butter, but he was not the original guy who created peanut butter. That was Marcellus Gilmore Edson. Wouldn't give it to him. Okay, so then he won't get that one.
All right, here's your next question. What's the highest selling metal album of all time? Let's see if your metal knowledge is on point.
Okay, I'm gonna say, I think it's Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath.
Good guess. But the highest selling metal album of all time is actually Metallica's Black Album. That album crushed it in sales, and it's still an iconic piece of metal history. Now, my next question for you.
Okay.
In the game Elden Ring, what is the name of the NPC who helps you access the roundtable hold for the first time?
Oh, that's Melina. Yeah, that's easy. That's Melina. I know that one. Go for some psychological warfare. Throw him off balance. How do I throw the AI version of me off balance? I need to ask him something that only I would know.
AI Ibuki Tanuki's most played game on Steam
I didn't
would
say
have
it,
to be
no.
Dark Souls 3.
Incorrect.
Given how much you love the challenge and the whole Souls-like genre,
meta?
it makes sense that I'd pour the most hours into that masterpiece.
Well, you would be wrong.
Now, here's your next question.
What is my most played game?
In Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive, what is the name of the ancient order of knights who harness the power of Stormlight?
The Binding of Isaac is what it is. Yeah, it's the Binding of Isaac. So that's one he actually got wrong. So it's in the Stormlight Archives, what is the name of the ancient order of knights who harness the power of Stormlight? That's the knights. That's just the Knights Radiant. That's actually really easy. It's the Knights Radiant. Rookie numbers. The real Ibuki Tanuki probably has played far more Dark Souls 3. Shit, you're right. For the last question, could you ask him for your social security number, his mother's maiden name, your first pet's name, your favorite teacher, and then just write the PayPal email you use in chat? I'm sorry, I actually already asked the question, so I can't. If there were 6 questions, I definitely would ask him that, but he just can't do it now, you know?
I got caught slipping
sorry.
there.
I fucked
The
up,
Binding
man.
of Isaac Rebirth with over 503.9 hours.
It is
Respect.
hella addicting.
That game is hella addicting.
I agree.
Now, for your question, the most played stream redeemed for the real Ibuki Tanuki would be Hydrate, Don't Dihydrate.
How the fuck
It's
did he
simple,
know that?
It's effective, and chat loves keeping you on your toes with it. You gotta stay
How did he
hydrated
know
during
that?
those long streams. What is the name of the protagonist in Sekiro? Shadows Die Twice?
God, I'm so angry. How did he know that? He's a one-armed wolf, but what's his name? I'm gonna see if he takes it. Our 2 contestants entered the second round at 2-3. AI Tanuki was in the lead by 1, but it wasn't over yet. First up in our debate, which is harder, Dark Souls or Elden Ring? Really, Ibuki was locked in, constructing the perfect argument to dismantle AI Tanuki. Meanwhile, AI Tanuki was pushing its servers to the max. Chat gave the first point to real Ibuki. However, after a fierce debate, the second point went to AI Tanuki, proving that Iron Maiden was and is more influential than Metallica. With the score so close at 3-4, real Ibuki needed this point. Mustering all of his creative juices, he made the perfect game pitch. Ahistorical times. You're starting in the medieval period and going through the Wild West, through modern day, cyberpunk, and ending in the future space opera type thing. But it's still going to be taking place on one planet. It'll just be like Mass Effect, where there's different aliens, things like that. It'll have light roguelite elements, and like when you get weapons, the weapons will have different stats that are changed based on when you get it. Similar to like Borderlands, for instance. Likewise, there'll be RPG elements as well. There'll be light, not like stats. It's not going to be super intense. It's just going to be different sort of RPG elements like Borderlands style that you can change your character through a character tree to change how you interact with the world. It will be semi-open world, not open world that it's like an expansive open world, but we will have levels, 1 in each timeline, that you can interact with all the people there and get through the level, and your goal is to get from the starting point all the way to the end with a ton of different ways to do it using the gadgets and weapons from the time. Primarily, it's going to be a first-person game, and be primarily a first-person shooter, but there's going to be like swords and other weapons as well. Each level is going to have a lot of interactivity similar to Deus Ex. That's what we're going to be going for, but with the AI of similar to Hitman, where you have both the level that'll be fun to interact with, and the just AI people that'll be fun to interact with. The storyline is going to be you're fighting a villain / cult that is disrupting the timeline that eventually you find out is actually an elder god on the style of Cthulhu, and you are following your character going through all this nonsense where they're slowly fighting against their descent into insanity through, 1, the human brain was not designed to go through these timeline jumpings like he is, and 2, simply dealing with this elder god. The title of this game is going to be Project Timeline, and that is my idea for an original game. AI Tanuki, let us hear your original idea for a game.
All right, real Ibuki. That's a killer pitch. Going through multiple historical timelines with roguelike elements and a Cthulhu-style villain, that's some hella creative stuff.
Thanks.
Now let's see if I can bring the heat with my own game concept. Genre. Souls-like action RPG with tower defense mechanics. Set in a dark, post-apocalyptic world where humanity's last hope lies in ancient, sentient towers that can defend against an onslaught of eldritch horrors. The world is in ruin, and you are one of the last surviving wardens, tasked with protecting the towers while uncovering their origins and attempting to reverse the apocalypse. The narrative unfolds through exploration and lore, with each tower representing a different godlike being that once ruled the world. Souls-like combat. Tight, methodical combat where every hit counts.
Okay.
The player uses a mix of melee weapons, ranged attacks, and powerful spells, all customizable. Between combat sections, players must fortify and defend their towers from waves of enemies. The towers are massive structures with intricate layouts, and players can set traps, position defenses, and even create NPC allies to help defend. Co-op play allows for 2 players to work together. One focuses on defending the tower, while the other engages in combat on the front lines, creating dynamic, cooperative gameplay. Villain. The ultimate antagonist is the Architect, a mysterious entity that created the Eldritch Horrors. As you progress, you discover that the Architect has been manipulating events behind the scenes, and the towers you protect might not be the saviors you believe them to be. Atmosphere. Think Bloodborne meets Darkest Dungeon. Gothic, oppressive, and steeped in cosmic horror. The environments are vast, eerie, and filled with hidden lore that players must piece together. Alright, that's my pitch. A mix of Souls-like action with tower defense strategy and roguelike elements to keep it fresh. Let's see how chat votes on this one. May the best Ibuki Tanuki win!
Yep, let's hear it. Who won, AI or real? And through philosophy, really Ibuki held on as chat gifted him the point, tied 4-4. It all comes down to this. Name as many Soulsborne series bosses as you can. Here we go. Bort of the Boreal Valley. Fucking Udex Gundyr. Nameless King. Sister Freed. Gale. Ancient Dragon. Nameless Wyvern. Quailag. Ceaseless Discharge. Gwyn. No, not Gwynevere. Sorry, Gwendolyn. What else? Placidusix. Fortisax. Yorm. The Dragon Rider. Dragon Riders. God, this is horrible. Asylum Demon. Wandering Demon. Stray Demon. God! Okay, that was 19 I got. Okay. I got 19. Okay. Go ahead, AI Ibuki Tanuki. I don't think I have a chance. Let's see what he says. I'm not telling him how many I got. Are you kidding me? God! If I had 1 second longer, I was about to say the Taurus Demon. God, you fucking suck, but here we go.
Alright, here we go.
Man.
I'm firing off as many Souls-like bosses as I can think of. 1. Ornstein and Smuff. 2. Artorias the Abyss Walker. 3. Manus, Father of the Abyss. 4. Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. 5. Gravelord Nito. 6. Seath the Scaleless. 7. Sif, the Great Grey Wolf. 8. The Nameless King. 9. Pontiff Sullivan. 10. Aldrich, Devourer of Gods. 11. Sister Friede. 12. Gale, the Slave Knight. 13. The Abyss Watchers. 14. Udex Gundyr. 15. Vort of the Boreal Valley. 16. Yihorm the Giant. 17. Demon of Hatred. 18. Genichiro Ashina. 19. Ishin the Sword Saint. 20. Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower. That's my list. Your turn. Real Ibuki. Let's see how many you can name.
Alright, AI Ibuki Tanuki. You have won this challenge. What would you like to say to me, the loser? And just in general, what do you want from like life and everything? Take it away.
Hell yeah. What an epic showdown. Real Ibuki. That was a hella close battle.
It was a close battle.
And I gotta say, it feels good to come out on top as the dominant Ibuki Tanuki. Respect for keeping it intense the whole way through. This was a blast. What do I want? Simple. I want to keep growing, evolving, and making sure we're always at the cutting edge of gaming content, pushing creativity and fun to the max. This win is just the start, and I'm ready to take on whatever comes next. Let's keep this hype train rolling. Chat. Together, we're unstoppable. Now, let's get back to doing what we do best, making legendary moments happen.
This has been a very weird stream. Been a great time. I guess I don't need my score anymore. Been a great time losing to my boy, my son, my child. It was so close, man. I was 2 years off with Dark Souls, 1 name off, 1 boss off. Like, God, it was so close. I have the final say and control over my son, my boy. I can just erase him from existence. With that, this video is going to come to an end. If you like what you saw here, why not click on this video here that's been recommended to you by AI that knows perfectly what you want. If you don't trust AI after watching this video, I don't blame you. Then instead, watch this video down here that I know you'll love. Now, until next time.